Alex clutched the letter, the paper soft against his trembling fingers. Words he'd poured his soul into, words meant for Lila's eyes only. He'd admired her from afar, his heart a captive to her adventurous spirit and kind heart. Valentine's Day. The perfect excuse, he'd told himself, to finally confess.
He crept towards her cottage, the moonlight painting silver stripes on the cobblestone path. With a deep breath and a silent prayer, he slipped the letter into the mailbox.
But as he turned to leave, a whisper of displaced air, a fleeting shadow against the moonlit wall, sent chills down his spine. Something was wrong. Terribly wrong.
It's gone, the letter, it's been stolen.
Lila found Alex by the mailbox, a crestfallen look etched on his face.
Who would steal a simple letter?
Not just any letter, Alex. The Shadow Collector has a penchant for stealing precious things, things that hold a piece of your heart.
Lila, her brow furrowed with concern, placed a comforting hand on his arm. A strange sense of foreboding washed over her. It wasn't unusual for love letters to go missing on Valentine's Day, spirited away by mischievous sprites. But something felt different this time.
The Shadow Collector, but why steal a love letter?
Because love, my dear Alex, casts the most interesting shadows of all.
Out popped Pico, a mischievous talking fox with emerald green eyes and a silver tongue. He was Lila's oldest companion, a loyal friend who knew her secrets as well as he knew the forest paths.
He also stole something precious from me years ago. A silver locket containing the only picture I had of my parents.
Alex's heart ached for Lila. He knew little of her past, but the pain in her eyes spoke volumes. He vowed then and there, with a newfound determination, to help her retrieve both the locket and his letter.
Don't you worry, Lila, we'll get your locket back, and your lovesick artist will get his precious letter back, even if it's the last thing we do.
The trail of the Shadow Collector led them to the Whispering Woods, a place shrouded in ancient magic and whispered secrets. At its heart lay the labyrinth of lost memories, a maze crafted from towering hedges that shifted and twisted with every turn.
This is his doing. The Shadow Collector thrives on lost memories, on the echoes of emotions left behind.
The maze was more than just a physical challenge. It played tricks on the mind, conjuring illusions of their deepest fears and regrets. Alex battled visions of his art deemed worthless, his dreams turning to dust. Lila, meanwhile, was forced to relive the day her parents disappeared, their faces fading with every passing moment. Pico, ever the vigilant guardian, used his wit and charm to snap them out of their trances, reminding them that the present held more weight than the shadows of the past. They found the Shadow Collector in the heart of the maze, a solitary figure draped in a cloak woven from shadows. He wasn't the monstrous being they'd imagined, but a creature of melancholic grace, his eyes filled with a profound loneliness.
Why? Why steal these things, these memories that mean so much?
To preserve them, to give them a home where they'll never fade, never be forgotten.
He explained that he, too, had lost something precious, a love that had vanished like smoke, leaving him with nothing but a heart full of ashes. He believed that by collecting the echoes of others' emotions, he could somehow keep his own from fading away completely. The Shadow Collector displayed his treasures, a kaleidoscope of stolen moments, each one a shard of someone's heart. Among them, Lila spotted her locket, its silver gleaming under the ethereal light. Beside it lay Alex's letter, its edges slightly singed, but still intact.
Take them. I see now that preserving memories without sharing them is like trapping fireflies in a jar, beautiful but ultimately lifeless.
Alex reached for Lila's locket, his fingers brushing against the cool metal. But as he looked at Lila, her eyes filled with a longing he understood all too well. He knew he couldn't prioritize his own happiness over hers. He gently closed her fingers around the locket, his heart swelling with a bittersweet ache.
This belongs with you.
Lila looked at Alex, her heart overflowing with gratitude and a love she could no longer deny. His selfless act, his willingness to prioritize her happiness above his own, revealed the depth of his feelings for her. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she did something she'd longed to do for what felt like a lifetime. She cupped his face in her hands and kissed him. A kiss that spoke of shared adventures, unspoken feelings, and a love that had blossomed amidst stolen shadows. As they pulled away, both breathless and giddy, Pico let out a hearty chuckle.
Well, it seems our lovesick artist finally got his happy ending. Though I must say the delivery was a bit unorthodox, even for my taste.